Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week Wisdom and Legacy Building podcast. This is day 399 of our trek, and today is Motivation Monday. Every Monday, we will hike the trails of life that will encourage and motivate you to live the rich and satisfying life this week. Today, we will explore the 8 components of a healthy relationship. We are broadcasting from our studio at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. After a quick 5-day trip to Marietta and back to Charlotte, we will have 10 days in Charlotte before heading to Scottsdale and Mesa, Arizona to work with our partners on our construction project there. We are nearing completion to the first 12 townhome units that are part of a larger development. Our company in Arizona is the general contractor for the funding group that actually owns the project. It is certainly our hope that the first 12 units sell quickly so the project will continue on a timely basis. We are motivated, and it is very important that we maintain a healthy relationship with the funding group throughout this project. This is very true in all areas of our lives. Any relationship, whether it's in business, church, friends, or family, are personal relationships. We can only relate effectively when we relate personally. On our motivation trek for today, we will hike the trail called the 8 Components of Healthy Relationships. While some relationships will be closer than others, all relationships, especially with your family and those that you love deepest, must be cultivated like a garden. Time, effort, and imagination must be called on constantly to keep any relationship flourishing and growing. Nothing can bring more joy to life than building beautiful, fulfilling relationships. The depth of meaning, understanding, and appreciation that these kind of relationships bring are almost immeasurable. Of course, as many people find out, nothing can bring as much pain as a broken relationship with someone dear to you. Yes, relationships are what drives us as humans, for better or for worse. What you need to understand is that you can do much to increase the chances of having terrific relationships that are fulfilling and exciting, rich with meaning, joy, and love. This will make you a truly wealthy person. These 8 basic components that govern most human relationships make up our trek for today. So let's explore the trail of these 8 components today. The first component we want to look at today is love. It's not surprising that love is the first component, as we have discussed previously, that love is the hub or core of all relationships. If you desire a healthy relationship, you must understand the real definition of love. Most people think that love is a feeling, but I would strongly debate that point. Actually, the concept of like is about feelings. When you say you like someone, you are talking about how you feel. But when you say you love someone, you are not necessarily talking about how you feel about them. Love is much deeper than a feeling. Love is a commitment and a daily choice that you make to people where you pledge that you'll always treat that person right and honorably. Yes, for those who you become especially close to, you will have a feeling of love, but I believe it is time to re-examine what you mean by love. You must expand your definition of what love means by including the concept that love is a daily choice and a commitment to love without conditions. For healthy relationships, you must choose to love everyone. You may not particularly like a person based on how you feel about them, but you should love them based on the definition of love, which in turn determines how you'll act toward them, and that is, you'll treat them right and honorably. Unconditional love is the basis of all healthy relationships. Christ taught us about real love in John chapter 15, verse 13. There is no greater love than to lay one's life down for one's friend. The second component is a serving heart. My virtual mentor, Zig Ziglar, frequently said that you can have everything you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want in life. The concept that he's talking about is to have a heart and a life that is focused on serving other people. Life is best lived in service to others. This does not mean that we do not strive to be the best for ourselves. It does mean that in all things we serve other people, including our family, co-workers, and friends. We must learn to help those who deserve it, not just those who need it. Christ was our example when he is quoted in Matthew chapter 20, verse 28. For the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others and give his life a ransom for many. The third component of a healthy relationship is honest communication. In a good relationship, you'll find open and honest communication. Communication is so important because it is a vehicle that allows you to verbalize what's inside you and enables you to connect to another person. Empathetic communication is a vital goal in good relationships. To communicate, to tell others what you're thinking and what you're feeling, it enables you to make a connection. Sometimes you are the one speaking, other times you are listening. Either way, the central tenet is communication that enables building the relationship and making it stronger. And here's the goal. If you just communicate, we get by. But if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles. The component number 4 is kindness. Put simply, relationships just work better when you are kind to others. Being kind can cushion the bumpy ride that you may sometimes experience in your relationships. Kindness and cheerfulness go a long way toward building lasting relationships. You know what I mean. No one wants to be around an unkind and grumpy person, do they? The fact is, the kinder you are, the more you are going to have people who want to pursue a longer-lasting, mutual beneficial relationship with you. So put on your smile. Always have kind words to say to others. Treat people with a great deal of kindness, and you will see that your relationships improve. As Proverbs chapter 3, verse 3 tells us, never let loyalty and kindness leave you. Tie them around your neck as a reminder. Write them deep within your heart. The 5th component is patience. Most of us need some practice in the area of patience. People are not perfect and will constantly fail us. Conversely, you'll fail other people. So while you try to have patience for others, you need their patience as well. So often relationships break down because people give up and lose patience. And I am talking about all kinds of friendships, marriage, business relations, just to name a few. Even in the closeness of a bond of marriage, and even if you're going through major turmoil, if you use the time to work on growing patience with each other, your marriage will grow even stronger. If you allow it, patience will win out. The lack of patience in almost all areas is a sign of selfishness on our part. We feel that what we desire is more important than the other person. Those who give up on relationships too early, or because the other person isn't perfect, often forget that the next friend, their next spouse, or business partner will not be perfect either. Put selfishness aside so that you can cultivate the skill and learn to have more patience. The 6th component is loyalty. Loyalty is a commitment to another person. Sadly, loyalty is often a missing element in relationships today. Have you forgotten what it means to be loyal? Your consumer mentality may have affected this to some degree. People are no longer loyal to a company that they work for or a particular brand of product that they purchase. Unfortunately, it goes both ways. Many companies are not loyal to employees, vendors, clients, or patrons. Regrettably, this has spilled over into our relationships. It is one thing to switch brands of shampoo. It is another thing altogether to switch friends or even spouses. Sometimes we just need to choose and commit to being loyal and let the relationship move forward. You may need a higher level of commitment. This kind of loyalty is to take your relationships to a much deeper level. What a powerful and secure feeling of knowing that you have a relationship with someone who is loyal to you and you to them. You know that without a doubt that neither of you are going anywhere, even when things get tough. What a powerful concept in today's throwaway instant everything world. Remember, never let loyalty and kindness leave you. The 7th component is a common purpose. One of the basics of a healthy relationship is to have a common purpose or set of values that you hold dear. Often this is a component that is initially overlooked, but for long-term, long-lasting relationships, it is vital. Think about how many friends that you've met through the years while working for a common purpose. Maybe it's someone you met while participating in sports, while working on a political campaign, attending church, at your office, or anything that brought you together to work on a common purpose. You have a strong common bond of purpose and values that brought you together and held you together. Working together, building together, failing together, and succeeding together, all while pursuing this common purpose, is what lasting relationships are made of. Find people to whom you have a common purpose and values. Plant these seeds to form great relationships and harvest long-lasting benefits. The principles of planting and harvesting impact all areas of our life. And the last component, number 8, is to have fun. All good relationships have some element of fun. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean loud and wild fun, though that is appropriate in some relationships. But even in a business relationship, there should be some fun. It should be fun to do business with those you are going to have a long-term business relationship with. Fun brings enjoyment to a relationship, and that is very important. Often this key element is easily forgotten or neglected with our family or spousal relationships. The fun things that you initially did in a new relationship after a while are taken for granted or simply fall by the wayside, and you stop creating fun and joy. So remember to consciously plan fun situations and moments, for these are the glue that holds the memories together and make your life sweet. There are so many key ingredients to making and maintaining great, long-lasting relationships. Each of these 8 components that we've discussed brings unique dynamics and rewards to relationships. So begin to focus on improving your relationships in all areas and see what miracles will occur. The Apostle Paul in his letter to the Colossians summed the art of relationship building up quite well in chapter 3, verses 12 and 13. And he said, "Since God chose you to be holy people he loves, you must clothe yourself with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Make allowances for each other's faults, and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others." If you follow these 8 components that we visited on today's trek, your relationships will prosper, and so will you. Let us apply them to our lives so that we can create and live a positive legacy for all to see. As we continue on tomorrow, our short trek will be part of our Wisdom Unplugged series that we are now hiking on Tuesdays and Thursdays. These 2 to 3 minute wisdom supplements will assist you in becoming healthy, wealthy, and wise throughout your entire week. So encourage your family and friends to join us, and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person when you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. And don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom Trek so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. The journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.